played him with some music. That's a terrible remix. That's the only Bally Sports West what do you call it, music. I had a couple requests for that the other night. And yeah, that's the only one that I could pull up, and that one sucked ass. Hey, welcome into Halos in the Infield post game with your host, ToddFox. I'm rocking the new gear, a new hat. I have a shirt over there that came in with the ToddFox post game. I'm kind of doing the ego shirt, so it felt really good. But this Halos in the Infield hat is really cool. This came in from Redbubble. Also, Ty Buttrey was shooting us shout outs all over the place today about our minor league shirts that are available, and all the proceeds go to helping out minor league players financially and also for food. So that's a plus. So hope all is going great tonight. The Angels got a 2-1 victory over the Texas Rangers. The story of the night was Shohei Ohtani doing his thing, not really having to play or pitch really too hard in this game, only giving up 2 runs, earning his 6th win of the season. It feels like he should already have double-digit victories, but that's neither here nor there. The offense did just enough tonight. Captain Jack's home run was pretty much the game winner. Throwing error scored Lagares early on in the game from second base. That was great hustle, great awareness. He's always been a great base runner. He just has had some problems hitting the ball, mainly hitting the ball too hard at people. He's not hitting away from people. But look, the fact of the matter is, Joe Adele is not becoming a Babe Ruth. He's going to have nights like this, but he had a couple productive outs, and he damn near almost hit a double or a triple with his speed, but the center fielder made a great catch out there, even Upton tipped his cap to him. That was a really nice play out in center field. The Rangers, held this game pretty close, but again, Ohtani gets the dub, and the Angels win their 2nd straight. They should have won their 3rd straight, but because it's Texas. But hey, you know what? That's how the season's gone. Take one game at a time, see what happens. San Diego didn't help the cause today. They beat the Oakland A's, or the Oakland A's beat the San Diego Padres in extra innings, so that didn't help right there. Seattle did get a loss though against Tampa Bay. If you're still scoreboard watching with that. Packy Naughton was brought up today. Chris Rodriguez went down to the taxi squad, so likely it's just there to clear up a spot for him to get back to the rotation or to get back into the pitching staff and back up to the big league club. Packy Naughton, we're very happy because of obviously our interview with him, and he's a real nice guy. He's put in his time, and it looks like, I don't think they're going to give him a spot start, but unless someone else gets injured between now and then, which is very possible with this training staff that we have, the training staff could trip him by accident and hurt our own players. But the fact of the matter is he came up, and he will likely be like a long reliever, like maybe a Guerra-type pitcher to get like 3 to 4 innings. That could spell the end for one of the 2 pitchers that we have in the bullpen, being either Bundy or Quintana. So hopefully that is the case. Rendon, news on Rendon today. Obviously, before I get into some of the comments, Rendon goes down with a season-ending vagina. His vagina is beyond repair for this year and will need surgical treatment to stop the blood flow. So he will be back hopefully next year, in the recovery process from the swollen vagina. Hopefully that, it can heal up right, and he'll be able to walk again, because apparently he had to go into a, what is it called? One of those little, what are those grandma carts that, the little carts, or, you know what I mean? Like he couldn't go on his own. He was in a wheelchair. So that's a painful injury, swollen vagina, and I guess it needs repairing. So yeah, he's going to miss the rest of the season. And then the training staff also put out a press release about Mike Trout, and they were asked the question, when is Trout's return? Their press release was, I don't know. So that's exactly what's going on with Mike Trout. We have no flipping clue when our best player, and probably the team's best player in history, unless somehow Ohtani eclipses all his stats, is coming back. The chair checks in with Dan. We won again. So that is a Danny Glover reference right there. Solar says sassy glassy. They checked in right there. Madi checks in, light that baby up. Prayers for you to continue your way, hopefully for your speedy recovery, Madi. Let's see. We got Chase checking in with, it wasn't a great, it's not Brian, but it was a good win. It's not Brian. Okay. It's not. It wasn't good. He said, "I'm just trying something new." Oh, I get it, Chase. That like the other page that has a billion bots and subscribers. They tried to do like a post game show where they were showing you the final inning of the game. And that's what he's referring to. So I should have seen that comment first, Chase, because I know you don't make many mistakes on the internet. But that was hilarious though. They tried to do like their version of the post game, and they lost like all their viewers because the guy who's talking has like zero like no kind of charisma whatsoever, and he's just reading off his tablet or off his notebook right in front of you. So yeah. Let's see. An Ace says not a bad win, 2-1. Yeah, I'll take it. A win's a win. Solar says, to be honest, the Angels could have done better, but I love that they got the win, and we could have done better, right or kind. Going back and forth, old routine, but we had Oakland with no runs, so it's a good thing. I mean, you're shutting down teams basically. So it's an NL type of win. James checks in with. T. Goldberg says, "Oh, what do you know? The offense goes back to being shit." That's why it was like, save some of those runs from last night because they could have used them tonight. T says, lucky Ohtani was on the mound today. Yeah, Ohtani was looking really good tonight. And it's kind of easy to see what he did because he was facing the Texas Rangers with a lineup that nobody's hitting over 300. So that's always a plus. Chase also says, anyways, I'm editing the weekly roundup out tomorrow at noon o'clock. I'm tired, people. I've been working my ass off the last 3 days. Anyway, you know what shows you what kind of rebel I am? As soon as this show's over, I'm taking a nap. How about that? Rebel without a cause. So yeah, check out his show tomorrow at noon at noon tomorrow. Chase and Andrew will do the weekly roundup show. They do a hell of a job. If you got the chance to see any of their freaking trade deadline show, you'll know what they got. They're really good professional guys, talk all things some Angels baseball, but mostly around the league. So if you need to catch up on what's going on, believe me, they know it and they will tell you. Also check out the YouTube pages. There's a lot of stuff on there, a lot of content on a podcast. If you can't watch it, you want to listen to it, it's all there. We got a lot of stuff going on that we don't put on this page. So there you go. Kurt Suzuki checks in, or Manny says Ohtani fired. Kurt Suzuki says, sorry, I know I said I would not throw the ball into right field, so I didn't get a chance, so I threw it into center field. See, Kurt, I love you, man. I mean, he's a guy that he knows his faults and he sticks up for it. He puts his hand up. He's like, hey, that was me. So I love that Kurt said, you know what, dude, I know I wanted to be a rebel and be pissed off and throw the ball in the right field, but I just kept it to center field. You know what the problem was, man? Even with that bad throw, Kurt, that was a half-assed try to pick the ball by Iglesias, and then Fletcher was so late backing him up. So, yeah, that was terrible. T says Bullpen didn't blow it today. Wow. And how about the kid? The kid pitched really good. What's his name? Warren. Austin Warren continues to shine out of the bullpen. And I think a lot of these pieces like Selling, you saw the other night, came out, pitched pretty good. That's the guy that we got from New York, San Francisco. Not the guy we got the first appearance where he couldn't get anybody out. He pitched really good last night, 2 innings of relief. Now you got Warren coming up here doing good. I think Packy's going to help this bullpen as well. There's some pieces. Now it's up to Perry to shed some of the dead weight, and dead weight being Bundy and Quintana. Sorry, I have a cough. Ace also says, I have been impressed with Juan Lagares, Gold Glove, and solid base running all season. Yeah, if he just would be able to hit the ball more to the gaps and he wasn't so unlucky at times in the batter's box, his average would be pretty nice, I think, right now. Joe Adele hit the ball hard tonight, Chase, and Chase says, and that's the thing, too. He's not striking out. I think he struck out once, but he's not striking out like he was last year, like 2 to 3 times. So good job. Let's see. Trotter here says, vagina done for the year. What a waste. Why do the Angels continue to pick up these shitbags? Here's the thing, Trotter, here for next year. If ever Rendon is to care about his career after the Nationals, he better care about it next year. Angel fans, even the honks, are gonna start looking towards him being Pujols 2.0. And the thing is, if Rendon doesn't get his act together and get back to somewhat of a Rendon-type season and stay healthy, then, yeah, he will get that moniker, and the Angels might look to trade him, get rid of him, even though he'll be about halfway into his contract already. It's going to be bad, and I don't want this guy to turn into such a bust because we need that third base position. So the fact that he comes out and he sucks again, we're in trouble. Rally Chris is happy we're making the playoffs this season. Man, you got some optimism right there, Rally Chris. Bundy next to go. Trout here's already calling it. Lewis says we won. Shocked. Solar says 6 or 5 games away from getting second place in the wild card. So let's see what happens. They just need to perk up, and they need to get on a streak. They need to win something like 10 out of 12, 12 out of 15, something like that. Grillmaster says, duh, win. We got duh, win. Grillmaster says also Rendon is getting injured in his vagina for the year, period. Rendon, who Captain Jack is our savior. Trout isn't coming back this year, Rayu says, and I'm kind of siding with you right there. Because again, our training staff has their finger up their bum. They're not doing anything right now. They probably think Trout is ready to go already, or he's on the field. They're not even paying attention to him. I'm FaceTiming with my Dodger sister right now. Okay, right there. Let's see. Enjoying another night in Mexico. Off to the next destination here tomorrow. Returning home Tuesday. Safe travels. Chris Mikey says, God bless Ohtani. He's our savior. Yeah, he is right now. Great win today. Tile 917 says, Manny says, love how Ohtani has turned into a pitcher and not a thrower. Yeah, and how impressed are you guys and girls out there that, again, when he gets into trouble, he ramps up his pitch speed. He goes from like a 94 to a 96, and then when guys get on base, he's going 99, 100 miles per hour trying to get that strikeout. So he looked really good tonight. Really, really good. Ace says, I know Cishek is now the setup guy. I'm not okay with this. Ace, if anyone's not okay with it and has the right to be, it's you. So that's one thing. I'm not okay with it either. That's scary when he's out there. I hope Austin Warren, if he keeps pitching like this, he should be the setup guy. Nice win again. I'll pray for Bundy tomorrow. Ohtani will sit out the 3 games against the Dodgers, ? Ryan, I don't know. I think it was a mistake to push Ohtani to this start. I would have saved him for the Dodgers series, because it would have been epic for him to pitch at Latrine, that stadium with all those crappy fans. And it would have been great to see him go up against that power lineup, but we're not going to see it. We're robbed of that because of that thumb injury. So it pushed his start back. He would have been playing against the Dodgers, but oh well, you got to go in there with 3 good pitchers. Rally Chris let me know it's going to be Sandoval, Bieria, and Detmers in the 3 games against the Dodgers. So we'll see what happens. And as far as Ohtani being able to play in that series, unless they pinch hit him or convince him to play first or right field, he's just not going to get hardly any at-bats, which cheats the fans that go, number one. And then also that NL rule cheats the Angels' chances of winning. I know you guys are missing my content, but I should have some new videos up soon, Grillmaster says. And then let's see, Grillmaster says, remember to check out my channel. Juan just joined, so he says he's a legend. Thank you so much, Juan. That hat looks fire, and it feels like fire. It's comfy as hell. This really nice hat. Halos in the infield, inspired by Randy and all the other people on this page, so we really appreciate that. No napping, Todd. I need you to do something for me in an hour, LOL. Oh, come on, Matt. I need my sleep. Grimace is also there. Kurt Suzuki slander. Because he threw a runner out, but he threw a ball in the center field, and he couldn't get a hit when they had a runner in scoring position. So, yes, plenty of slander tonight. Why was Chris Rodriguez sent down? Sheets says, Tommy, I think it's just to give a spot for, Rendon. They had to send someone else down with the Rendon's thing. They brought Packy up. And I think they're going to make another roster move to bring Chris Rodriguez up. He's not staying down for much long. Even if he's just on the taxi squad, he's going to be right up as soon as possible. Hopefully it's after a DFA. Lagares has 11-game hitting streak, or I didn't know about that. The Angels' grandma says, we need to extend Raciel Iglesias' contract before he becomes a free agent. That's up to his agent. And usually agents don't like to make in-season, extensions. They like to play it out and play the, play the field when it comes into, what's that called? Free agency. So I doubt they're going to get him back this season. It's going to have to come in the free agency. Unfortunately, that he's going to receive offers from other people. Give a hand to Mayfield stepping up for Vaginaton. That's true. We need to sweep the Dodgers, Tile. If we do, even if we take 2 out of 3, we took in 2 series from them, and that would be amazing. considering all the crap we've had to go through. Solar says, and we have the shit Dodgers again, so it'll be easy ass whooping. There you go. My name is was supposed to say Tyler. Oh, okay. What's up, Tyler? Sorry about that. I screwed up my IG name. Hat is fire, Todd. Thank you so much. Again, you can get this at redbubble.com. Just type in Halos in the Infield. We have all kinds of cool shirts, and that cool shirt that is supporting the minor league system, stand with minor league ball players. It's really cool. Ty Buttrey's already pimped it out. A few other players have too, and all proceeds go to minor league players. Cishek needs to go ASAP. I'm right there with you, Solar. I don't like his stupid sliders. Do you think Scherzer will stay with the Dodgers? Trotter here says, I'm kind of under the impression that given the collective bargaining agreement that's going to happen in the offseason, the Dodgers are going to want to cut some payroll. Yes, they're going to lose Seager, maybe Bellinger. There could be a couple other guys that fall off because remember, they were just extending everybody. They have a huge minor league system. They might do some trades. I don't think he's going to stay with the Dodgers. I don't think they're going to want to throw money at him. I think he's a rental with a capital R, and he will be a free agent next year. It will be hard to sign him as a free agent coming off the Dodgers squad if he were to come to Anaheim, but he'd be the one guy from the Dodgers that, and besides Seager, that I would hold out my arms to and say, come here, man, just forget about last year. I don't remind me that you played for the blue, put on the red. That's what I would tell him. Let's see. Grillmaster says, the Grillmaster wants DFA Quintana Guerra. It's the white move. Got you right there. He's got to do it. Trotter here says we need to send Bundy out, bring up young meat, get some experience in the majors, and let them work on through the rest of the season. That's what they're doing, Packy. I want to see him pitch. I cannot wait to see him pitch. Just like Detmers, it sucks for Detmers going up against Oakland and the Dodgers to start out your career. But, you got to see what he's made of. If he's tough as nails, see what he learned in that start versus Oakland and see what he can improve on playing in Dodger Stadium, which is usually a pitcher's ballpark in the first place. So as long as he doesn't walk people, your chances are you're going to keep that ball in that field, especially for a day game, which will be Sunday. So we'll see what happens. I'm hoping for the best. Mapadingo says, I don't think so, but I could be wrong about Trotter here bringing back Scherzer. Manny says, would like Iglesias extension, what would it look like? I think it would look like anywhere from 35 to 45 million for 3 years. I don't think a reliever gets more than 3 years unless they're like Eric Gagne stuff in their prime. I don't think it's going to happen for more than 3 years and for more than 10 per year. I mean, it'll be a little over 10 per year. But I don't think it'll go beyond that. So that's why I think it will be friendly for the Angels, barring all the money they have. Got my red bubble shirts, James says. Also, my stickers came in on the giveaway for the tailgate August 14th. Yes, we will have some awesome stickers to give away for the tailgate. And don't forget, August 14th, we're going to start pimping it every day after this weekend or during this weekend for the tailgate, which is, again, BYOB for the beer, obviously. Bring your own beer. Keep it in your trunk. Have solo cups if you want to do that kind of stuff. Mixed drinks, whatever. But under the tailgate, all the food's out in the open. Just bring a side if you want. It's sort of a potluck. We got the main course stuff going on. As long as the food lasts, we'll have it there. So we'll start at 12 o'clock. Probably start serving the food like around 1 or so. And then we're going to go all the way to 6 o'clock with prizes to give away. Also raffles for future stuff. And then also you got cornhole, music, and just meet and greet. It's going to be really fun. So be sure to come down, bring the family, and enjoy yourselves. And then root on the Angels against the Trastros. Solar says, I hope we get Corey Seager so we can rub it in the Dodgers' faces. That would be cool. Dodgers picked up Cole Hamels, Trouta here says, but he's over the hill. Look, do you want a 40-year-old pitcher right now, another stiff on this team, a la Bundy, a la Quintana when we had Heaney, which is so nice to say when we had Heaney. We don't have him anymore. But do you want another pitcher like that that's just going to hold down a roster spot, or do you want a Packy Naughton, or you want a younger pitcher to come up like Chris Rodriguez and these guys get the opportunities? I'd rather see those guys get the opportunities because you already saw two that have taken the ball and run with it, and maybe a third with Jaime. I've been impressed with his last two starts. And you got Sandoval pitching his ass off. You got Suarez pitching his ass off. If Jaime gives us two more starts like this, I'm convinced he's finally turned the corner. And if he's finally turned the corner and done what Heaney couldn't do, there you go. There's 3 good young starters under the age of 26 that are in your rotation, that are under control. That's nice. You didn't have to spend 90 to 100 to 200 million on a starter. You still can. You still can get the ace. So I'm not saying don't do it, but you may not have to get multiple starters. You may just need one to go along with Ohtani, have a two-headed beast, and if Sandoval continues to progress, that's a three-headed beast. And then you got Suarez, you got Detmers, you got Rodriguez, you got Packy, you got Canning, who may or may not turn the corner next year, but he's under control. So you got four more pitchers fighting for one spot, maybe two. So it's good. I mean, it's first time in a long time. Plus, we drafted 20 pitchers. So for the first time in a long time, things look really up for this team. And you got a lot of bullpen options that are coming through the Trash Pandas and Salt Lake who look really good. Like you just saw Austin Warren come through the system. You just picked up a couple guys in free agency. This team's coming together pitching-wise. The thing that we thought we weren't going to have to worry about is the offense, the hitting. What's going to happen there? Catcher, third base, will Rendon's vagina be healed by next year? Who knows? Those are the questions that we got to get into next year. But for right now, I'm sticking with Perry right here. I think the pitching is organically growing, and it's good to see because we have seen a renaissance of pitching since the end of June. We've really seen a renaissance with this team. A lot of guys have finally clicked with what they're doing and their approach. I don't know if that's Matt Wise. I kind of tend not to give them the credit because the coaching staff's been so terrible. But somewhere, someone's given them the advice, or they've gotten into a routine, or something's working. Maybe it is Wise. Maybe I'm wrong, and Wise is Wise, and he's the guy that's getting this thing together. But for the most part, I'm pretty excited about this pitching staff. I really am. Let's see. Ace says Cole Hamels to the Dodgers too. That they could have him. He's trash. Manny says I would take Chris Taylor in a heartbeat from the Dodgers. I don't know about that. The Dodgers have like a 9-man rotation right now, Bauer included. Yeah, if he pitches from the prison. Ace says no solid lefty in the bullpen now that Watson is gone. Why are the fish so smart? Oh, geez. Here we go. Let's see what the stand-up is here. Grillmaster says, why are fish so smart? They live in schools. That was a popsicle stick one, bro. At the Halos and Infield, what do you think about Andrew Heaney trade? I know I'm late. Solar said, I love it. I love that he's gone. I love what they got back for. They got literally a pitcher named Junk. So we got junk for junk. And I was never a fan of Heaney. Never turned the corner. Never showed emotion. Never tried to be better. Has the stuff to be better. And to me, it's just a waste of talent. You saw his first start against Baltimore at home. 4 home runs. So, yeah, it's not good. Let's see. I'll be at the game on the 14th. Maybe I'll see you there. You better see me there, Matt. We're going to be under the halo, man. I want to meet you. Grillmaster says, where do polar bears keep their money? Let's scroll down here because I'm waiting for in a snowbank. Jeez. Man on third, one up. Angels, Duck Dynasty up to bat. Coy used an insurance one. Could have used an insurance run. Why didn't Madden call a squeeze play? I have no idea, Trotter here. He has basically, he's been striking out on high pitches. That's been concerning. Everything else, his approach to the bat's been pretty good, but the caveman had an opportunity to get an RBI, and he wasted another chance tonight, so I'm really right there. Rendon, who Captain Jack Mayfield is better. Yeah, I think Captain Jack is way better. So you're saying that we don't want to see 37-year-old Scherzer on the Angels. You rather go young. No, I'm saying if he were to come available next year at a good price for his age, I would still sign him to a 3-year deal, Matt. I really think he's got a lot of life in that arm. He's a right-handed like Randy Johnson. He's dominant. His personality, his charisma, his leadership, all that is valuable to me. And for him to settle in and maybe take the reins as ace or a number 2 to Ohtani, however Madden wants to play it, I'm all for it. But as of right now, his price was too high as a rental. Dodgers don't care. They threw the money at him. They threw the trades at him. They had the pieces to do it. I think Perry standing pat this time makes a lot of sense. It really does. At some point, you're going to have to get rid of guys that you don't want to in the long run. But hey, for right now, I'll take it. Let's see. Don says, yeah, we need a surefire ace next season. Next offseason, at least one. Marty says, I sure wish Artie and Madden would watch this and learn a lot from you. I wish they would too. Our ratings would go up. But yeah, thank you, Marty. What does a fisherman say to a magician? Let's catch the pick a cod, any cod. That means they're Bostonian as well. Let's see. I hate now we can't execute situational hitting. They can't do that either. And our base running is terrible. Jaime says, yeah, the base running, again, they showed life the other night, 4 stolen bases and stuff like that, but then they went back to 0 tonight and no productive outs. So, yeah, I'm right there with you. Solar says Watson at ace. Watson was okay. He filled the need, but he's going back to the Giants, his home. Tiger Coach says Rendon is getting better. Rendon is getting his tubes tied. Oh, he's getting his tubes tied. Okay. He doesn't want to have another child in season again. Yet, I like Suarez, Sandoval, and Detmers. C-Rod, that's the young tandem. Yeah, it is. It's very nice. I'm telling you, there's an outside chance that Packy could be a starter. I think with this team, unless they trade him, they can audition him. I would love for him to stay. But for me right now, I think C-Rod fits that 5th spot. And I think Packy would be like your long reliever, 3 to 4 inning pitcher, like a Javi Guerra, like just one of these guys that could eat innings if a starter has a bad outing, or you're blowing a team out and you want to bring in a starter or a pitcher just to eat some innings, save your bullpen. He's the type of dude that can do it. He's got good stuff, so I can't really wait to see him. But I think he's the odd man out only because there's a lot more young talent that's a little bit ahead of him that's doing their job. So we'll see. Grillmaster says, can't make this game on the 14th, maybe September if we're in contention. There you go. Andrew was bad. Yes, he was. Andrew was terrible. Trotter here says, I actually laughed looking at the picture of Heaney in a Yankees cap. And by the way, did you see when he gave up his first home run? 0 emotion. He just turned around, looked at it, then went back to the catcher and said, give me the ball. And then he proceeded to give up another solo blast. Yeah, me too on Heaney. Tiger Coach says, Trotter here says, will Verlander be available next season? Yes, he's a free agent. He's just a rental right now. I can guarantee you he won't go back to the Dodgers. Jaime said, someone said that we don't have a terrible lefty, but I would put my money that Packy becomes that guy real soon, or reliable. Yeah, I think so too. I think so, Jaime. He's got good stuff. If you follow his, we were doing research on him, and through Double-A, he pitched really good, and they used him as a starter / reliever. They did the same thing in Triple-A. He started some games, pitched a couple times over 6 innings, and then they brought him in relief, pitched him 3.5 to 4 innings, and he has a solid ERA. So there's a reason why he's up here, and he was a 2019 Cincinnati Reds a minor league pitcher of the year. He was ready to be called up in 2020, but COVID hit. There was no minor leagues. So again, he had that whole year off. So he started the year in Double-A, shot through that real quick, got into Triple-A again, and pitched really good for the Salt Lake Bees all season. So yeah, he's earned his spot. He's had to grind, and that's what you want in a player. You don't want a player that's silver spoon fed and just gets a free ride to the majors. You like guys that work their ass off and put in the time, put in the effort, and make a roster spot. And he's just like all those other guys. Why did Ohtani look mad tonight? I think because he didn't get any run support, Ryan. Again, 2-1, and he's probably thinking that he was robbed on some of those pitches because the low strikes were coming fast and furious. The higher ones really weren't. And sometimes Ohtani lives up in the zone with his fastball. He trusts it. Does Perry have the power to fire this trash-ass medical staff? How did it get so hamstring to hip surgery? Manny, I don't know. Again, one of the head trainers has been here since the early 90s. So that should tell you something. I mean, this staff is super old and super stupid, and they have not gotten with the times. The power to fire a training staff, I think, comes from Artie's brass. So it'd be like the team president and all the guys just below Artie as the owner. I don't think the GM has anything to do with that, unfortunately. Roger Lodge was talking Lakers for an entire segment. Yeah, Roger Lodge is, let's go to our Roger Lodge correspondent, which is me. I will give you a live look in or what it was earlier today. And that was, hey, James, did you hear that we got Trevor Ariza and Dwight Howard? Oh, yeah, that would have been great like 7 years ago. No, James! It's great now because the Lakers are my team. Even though I'm an East Coast guy, I'm a West Coast fan. And yeah, I like the Yankees, but the Lakers are phenomenal with all those 35 and up guys. Because in the NBA, that's young, right? Oh, no, that's actually old for the NBA. That's like 40-something. No, it's not. All those guys are not injury prone. The Lakers are going to win the finals. Book it.
Rogers Lodge, that's a lodge lock right there. And by the way, talk about lodges locks. Do you remember that show Full House? Yeah, I was on Full House. And guess what? John Stamos is my best friend. We talk like every 4 to 10 years. That's how good friends we are because I like to name drop. Did you know I was on Blind Date?
And that's your segment right there. Mr. Halo says, why do we keep playing Marsh over Lagares? They're trying to get him at bats. They're trying to work Marsh into some sort of groove, but the problem is you have to be in a groove to keep your groove. He hasn't gotten in it yet. He did start out early slapping the ball to left field, which was nice. He is looking at pitches a lot. I think the more at bats he gets, they're going to start getting more of a scouting report on him, which is basically right now, throw the high pitch when you got him in 2 strikes. Try to bust him inside instead of pitching out over the plate. He had a nice foul ball that he ripped that would have been home run status had he kept it fair. But, it's going to take him some while to get going. I think he does get going at some point, but right now he's scuffling. And Mr. Halo, I think it would be time to go back to Lagares at some point here because he's not giving the productive outs right now. You need him to give productive outs. If a seagull flies over the ocean, what flies over the bay? I'd have to go down here for Grillmaster. I don't know if you see that. He didn't have a follow-up to that. Rob says, school, I blame the medical, he says, shoot, I blame the medical staff. They keep icing Trout's arm even though it's his calf. I wonder if they are paid for injury treatment time. They probably are. They're icing. They're all, hey, he's like, man, my calf is killing me right now. Oh, you need the flu shot? Hey, set him up for a flu shot. So that's our medical staff. Matt Bedingo says, when was the last time we had a pitcher/player in their 40s on the Angels? Oh, dude, just go back. There has been so many 40-year-old guys on this team, that, have been too old that have been way past their prime. I can remember the time the Angels had a starting rotation of a 40-year-old Ken Hill, 41-year-old Tim Belcher. Let's see who else they had on that team. They had a knuckleballer. Oh, God, was it Steve Sparks? But I don't know if he was 40. He looked 40, though. And this team's had, like, Andres Galarraga way past his prime. Let's see. Who else do they have on this team? Angels they've gone through some stretches where, Eddie Murray. I can name a bunch of 40-year-olds on this team. It hasn't been too recent, though. But, yeah, they've had their share of 40-year-olds in the past. Solar says 7-2 Dodgers. Damn it. Matt Bedingo says, good night, everybody. Going to watch Big Brother right now. Thank you for your time, Matt. Have a good night. Mr. Halo says, let's go Seegers. The Grillmaster says, Nick Marley was the home plate umpire tonight. Not bad. He was okay. Let's see. Trout here says, Roger Lodge got angry at an 80-year-old retired doctor who said Trout will be out the whole season. He got angry and started to argue and hung up on her. He said, are you a doctor? He was pissed.
I gotta protect the team, and the team pays me to be positive. This is a positive freaking Wednesday.
So, yeah, I could see where he's a dick like that. He never, ever takes any criticism whatsoever. That show is so soft. It is so soft, man. I need some Todd Lodge merch. Dude, what if I got to figure out how to do that? I think I want to do the Pardon the Interruption. I don't know if you saw that show on ESPN. It's still on where they take the face and it's like on a paddle thing and they hold it over the face and then they just poke the eyes through so that you can they'll do their impersonation and then they'll hold it to their face and you're looking at Roger Lodge's face. I think I might do that because sometimes the face makes a difference with the voice in the background. We should have a blind date show for single Angel fans. Todd Lodge, the host. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't want to be responsible for your love life's failures or successions. Let's see. Yes, Todd Lodge, mercy. I'd buy some merch. I'd buy some. Let's see. I joined a little late. Did you grab your 2 balls already? Let me grab my balls, Jaime. Man, you guys are on a roll tonight. Let's do those 2 balls. And there they are. The 2 balls for tonight are G50 and B8. So G50 and B8 are your numbers for tonight. Let's see. Yeah, so for the jersey giveaway, for all those that don't know, it's if you have your bingo card, you're getting close to calling a bingo. You will get a free jersey courtesy of Halos in the infield, your size, your jersey of your choice. Manny says, does anyone remember the pitcher we got from the Phillies who was an all-star and was complete ass and then went to the Dodgers and went off again? Joe something. I don't remember that guy. But I'm pretty sure someone will remind me. Seager is damaged goods, James is saying. We had Raul Mondesi too. James, thank you so much.
Thank you, James. James is coming up with all the names because he plays the clips and he plays the hits. James.
I said the Rangers would win one out of any series, and I'm right, 2-1 in the series so far. Well, there's still one more to go. Keeve says the Roger Lodge has me dying. Thank you. Let's see. Dugout Talk, my boy here is checking in. We are 6.5 games behind the wild card. Todd, do you think we can make it? Give it to me straight. I think right now, Dugout, it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take 10 out of 12. It's going to take a run. It's going to take Oakland floundering a bit. We're going to have to jump. I actually see if they get on some sort of winning streak, they can easily jump Cleveland. I think Cleveland's running out of gas. They have no hitting whatsoever. Their pitching's damaged so far. Seattle might come back to us. The Yankees, I know we could jump too. They have all the offense in the world, but no pitching. My thing is, can we jump Seattle? Can we jump Oakland? And if we could do that with those two teams, we'll be there. But time's running out. Time is running out. They have to have a sparkling August with some hope going into September. And maybe the youth movement dugout is what this team needed from the start. And maybe Perry needs to wake up a little bit more and get rid of these older guys and just say we're balls to the wall. We're all in. This youth is either going to take us to the finish line or they're going to get us set for next year. And either way, as an Angels fan, I'm fine with that. I really am. So I hope that answered your question. Chase says, I might be able to help you out with that Todd Lodge cutout. Thank you, dude, because that might work. Oh, did Papa Fox watch the Angels or did he watch the Jurassic Park 2? He has like the complete edition of everything dinosaurs and anything Jurassic Park. I don't know what he loves more, trains or Jurassic Park. One of these days I'm going to post the picture of my dad's train set. It's really legit. And he's worked on that so hard and it's finally finished. So he's all happy with that. But Jurassic Park is his thing. And by the way, good news, I convinced Papa Fox to come on. So he's either going to come on at some point Friday or it might be on the weekend. So either way, we're going to have some Papa Fox. I'm going to have him in studio with me, pan back the camera, and you guys can ask him some questions or just have him, or I'll do it like after a post game. I'll just have him tell some Angel stories or whatever he wants to do. So, there's Joe Blanton was on there, and it was PTI, the show. But yeah, Todd Fox is my third person. I just used myself third person twice. Papa Fox will be on the show. God damn it. Gotta go. Good hanging out. Thank you, Solar. Thank you for being on the show. Joe Blanton, there you go. That guy does suck, and he did pitch good for the Dodgers. How's Papa Fox doing tonight? He's just chilling tonight, but he will be there. Peep Orderizzi's line tonight, Halo reports. You know what? Halo reports, I can't argue with you at all when it comes to that because I was all over Orderizzi's jock in the offseason. I really wanted him to be on the Angels. I thought he was the next coming of the Messiah. And you know what, Halo reports? You called me out then, and you call me out now. And again, I will say I'm eating crow because I was totally wrong. I think he gave up 2 home runs early to Mookie Betts in this game. So yeah, you were right, bro. I'm giving you all the credit in that one. Halo Reports has some good analysis on stuff, and me and him were kind of going back and forth about Odorizzi, and he was right. He was right. Jaime says, we're officially above Cleveland tonight. Oh, we are? Okay, next on the hit list is the Blue Jays, and we play them soon. Yeah, we had that doubleheader with them. That's right, Jaime. So you never know. I thought the Toronto's pitching would be better, like Odorizzi, but they're not. And besides Kenjin Ryu, that they don't really have anybody else in that rotation. Their bullpen's sneaky good, but their hitting is to be worried about. But if you can get to their starter, you could beat them. Angels going to take a win tomorrow and then get 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers. Rally Chris says, Lodge is lock. I want Heaney to pitch against the Angels. You might get your wish. Glad Rendon is out and Jack is in. Dugout talk. I'm with you right there. A shitty win, but light that baby up. And Drizzle says, let's get ready for Trout to be out as well. You know what they're going to do, Dugout? They're going to say, hey, breaking news. The training staff says Mike Trout's going on a rehab assignment next week. And then all of a sudden, like next week comes, Mike Trout's out for the rest of the season. The calf's just not healable. we just realized it was a calf, not a hangnail. So yeah, they'll shut him down. No way. I got a hella good Christmas train set up too. Oh, there you go, Chase. Yeah, my dad is into HO trains. He loves them. He built a town. We've got a lake. He built. I helped him build the mountains. So he's got like a double tunnel. They got. I mean, it's pretty legit. One of these days when he has some time, I'll take a view of it. He's got lighted engines. It's all electric, switches, lights. I mean, it's decked out. I mean, if you put your camera there, we got people, like little tiny people in the town doing things. It's pretty cool. It's something to show the kids all the time, and the grandkids. So he loves doing that. Grillmaster says if Heaney pitches versus us, he will shell us because former Hanelows do that to us. I'm sure. Hybe says, man, I'm looking forward to that. Cool. If Rendon was a dinosaur, he would be a vaginosaurus. That's cold-blooded, but I love it. A vaginosaurus. Boy, that dinosaur would leave a trail. Let's just say that right now. Cleveland not rocking anymore. That's true. They're the Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's see. After the Angels are going to take 2 out of 3 from the Astros, get ready for this playoff push against Houston. Oh, there you go, Chase. Grimmaster says, I may miss the Daddy Fox because the game starts too late and it would be midnight here in Mexico. Damn, you are deep in Mexico. I'm with you, Todd. Laugh aloud. I really wanted Odorizzi, right? And Drizzle. Then Manny says they just traded for Barrios. Who was that traded for? I forget where Barrios went. Our training staff needs a training staff. Drizzle says, I'll send a video of mine if I could find it. Yeah, I'm Chase. I'm telling you, man. Send a video right there. I'll show it to Papa because he loves trains, man. I'm telling you. That's if he didn't have the jacked up eyesight when he was a kid, he would have been totally an engineer. He passed all the tests. He tried for brakeman and he just didn't make it. So, that's how that goes for there. And then Don Hammond says, I know this is random, but what is your guys' thoughts about Tim Anderson and Luis Robert? I like both of their games. They're underrated to me. I think they're really good. I think outside of Chicago, they don't get too much pub. And I think Chicago White Sox, as storied franchises they are as far as going back, the lovable losers in Chicago. I've been to Chicago a bunch of times. And there is so much more talk about the Chicago Cubs. Their World Series was far more important and far more appealing to the Chicago fan than the Chicago White Sox winning the World Series in the year we should have won the World Series. The Chicago White Sox are like the Clippers of that city. They're cool kind of, but they don't get the pub, and no one really respects them unless they do something amazing. The Cubs could lose 9 out of 11, but win 2 straight, and they get front page headlines. So the Cubs are always going to be number 1 over there. It's sort of just like the Lakers are better than the Clippers and all this other stuff. They're the redhead stepchild. So if they were the Cubs, if Tim Anderson and Castillo were playing on the Cubs, they'd be huge. They'd be like Baez was and all those other players on the Cubs, really beloved. But the White Sox fans are not the same as Cubs fans, and the city doesn't take the White Sox as serious as they should. I mean, the White Sox are a team that I could easily see play the Milwaukee Brewers for the World Series. I think the Brewers are going to the World Series, and the Cubs could come out of the freaking AL. So we'll see as it gets closer to that. But that's my early predictions. Manny says Blue Jays. Tim Anderson is really good. Tyler says, yeah, he is. He's a phenomenal player. Grillmaster says, I'm not leaving until August 10th. Fly into Dallas and then home. Oh, okay. Burials went to the Blue Jays. There you go, and Drizzle. Yeah. Okay, that's why you mentioned Blue Jays. I forgot Burials went there. So, yeah, now they have 2 good starters. Okay, my bad on that. I forgot about that. Let's see. Solar says, wait before I did go. Did you hear left-handed packing on? Yeah, we posted about that today, Solar, and then we posted our interview. We interviewed him 2 or 3 weeks ago before he was called up, and he's a great guy. We're happy that he's up in the rotation, or at least up in the bullpen. Trotter here says, how's the AAA pitching coaches? They're pretty good, and a lot of you have been saying to promote from within, so that could be something that this team looks into. Only got to go. Super long day ahead of me. All right, enjoy freaking Mexico, Grillmaster. Trotter here says we should plan a road trip with all of us next year. Absolutely, Trotter here. I mean, we'd like to do that either at the stadium or let's go to Arizona. But no, they're not playing the Diamondbacks next year. They're playing the NL East. But we can actually go to some spring training games or maybe up to Oakland to catch a game. Baez is so overrated. I hope the Angels don't get him. Well, that means we're going to get him. You just said the Cubs out of the AL. I did. Oh, I'm sorry. The White Sox. White Sox versus Brewers. I'm sorry. Love that hat, Juan. Again, you can get this at Redbubble. Road trip. There you go. Don Hammond says, yeah, people sleep on the White Sox. I think they're going to be tough in the postseason. I got them as well as a dark horse for the World Series. They're going to be a tough ass out. They have a really good hitting lineup. Their bullpen is fire. Very strong. A lot of power arms. Good rotation. They're going to be a tough out. And you got Tony La Russa with like a billion years of playoff experience. So that is going to be a hell of a team to fight in the postseason. So with that being said, by the way, the White Sox versus the Cubs on Sunday Night Baseball at ABC. There you go. So with that being said, it's been a fun show for tonight. We're gonna head out to I'm gonna head out to greener pastures, which is my bed. I'm freaking tired. I've been working my ass off. A lot of work. Once again, the bingo numbers are what are they here? I just had it. They are B8 and G50. So there you go. Those are your chances to win a jersey. And again, more comments to come for the August 14th tailgate. Please let us know if you're in. It'd be cool to see everybody at the stadium. Also, hang out, have a beer, chill, and talk some Angels baseball or whatever you guys want to talk about. Just shoot the shit, have a good time, because that's what it's all about. And I'll have my dad on here probably this weekend or maybe even Friday. And then I got to find time to record the train thing with my pops on there. He could show you how it runs. He put LED lights in all the trains, so he decked them out. He's super happy with it and proud of it. So hopefully you guys enjoy that as well. So with that being said, this has been ToddFox, another Halos in the Infield post-game show. Hopefully we can wrap up this series tomorrow, winning 3 out of 4.